Right, this is actually Watom Rocks. Honestly, I know it looks like something from the Old West, but it isn't. That's what it looked like down here looking up back in the day. Amazing. Well, basically, two chaps back from World War One decided to hack a path down to the beach. That's the path there. As you can see, people were pretty desperate to go to the beach in those days. So they went down this tiny little goat path and they got to the bottom, and there was the first little snack bar owned by the two guys. And they set that up there. Lovely. But it all sort of went wrong around World War Two because tank traps were positioned on the beach. And that sort of messed things up for them. And of course, one of them actually died during World War II as well, so they never carried it on. Anyway, there's a much more serene sort of picture. Lovely calm water there of the boats on the beach. Hardly anyone there. As opposed to this one. Look at them. Couldn't fit another person there, could you really? Loads of people. What a popular little beach. Amazing. Of course, there's a general view there from up on the cliffs, looking down from across to the left of the beach as we look at it. And likewise, down on the rocks there at low tide, looking back at the beach. There we are, that's a little history of Watom Beach. Wahey! Here we go, time to introduce this wonderful PDF document sent in by Jeffrey about the pier. And it's very interesting. Not only is it comprehensive, it also deals specifically with areas that I've talked about on Bill's phone, Teignmouth, and uses quite a few pictures that I took myself as well, and shots from the drone, etc. So yes, it covers a lot. Anyway, I'm going to show you a 50s, 60s picture now of the pier. Then I'm going to run a little pre-prepared shot of the PDF for you. So off you go.
Oh, I do like to be beside the seaside. I do like to be beside the sea. I do like to stroll upon the from, where the brass bands play in the autumn. So just let me be beside the seaside. I'll be beside myself with glee. And there's lots of girls beside. I should like to be beside the seaside, beside the sea.
So there we go. Hope you enjoyed that. Look for that picture, flash it up again quickly on the Bill's Phone Teignmouth site, click on it, get to that PDF. Hope you enjoyed that. Thanks, Jeffrey. Smash it. Let's start off with a little bit of history and about the Lido. I came across a photo online of it being dug, and it said underneath it about the Lido being dug at Mordreff. And a lot of you are going to think, Mordreff? What's Mordreff? Well, I've covered it before, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to run you an old clip from back in 2023, all about Mordreff that used to be here, the house, and then I'll show you the picture at the end. Okay, so over there is the Lido, which I'm sure you all have heard of and know of, but it's about what it was like before it was actually the Lido. The history of this section here that we want to talk about. So it used to be a big house called Mordreff, and in 1937 they turned it into a hotel, or it was a hotel in 1937 anyway, and it stayed on throughout the war, didn't get bombed. Okay, it's a little difficult because I'm filming through a fence, but as you can see the Catholic church up there, that's going to appear in the picture. So I'm going to zoom out. I want you to remember where that is. Here we go, 1937, Mordreff. Now I've got another picture of it from slightly further down in the 1920s. Here you go. As I say, that was Mordreff. When it was eventually demolished, it turned it into a car park apparently. And then in 1976, they built the Lido, which is what we're looking at here today. So that's the story of Mordreff. There's not a lot more information about that I could have managed to gather so far. I was only able to find those two pictures, but that's what was here before the Lido, the story of Mordreff. There you go. Anyway, off down the seawall now. Well, there we go. That was the Lido being built. Here we go, roughly here. 1972. They're building this bit. Here you go. As I say, not exact, but you can see the Bella Vista there in the background. So there we go. But here's a little thing from 2011 about it. Here you go. Lovely. Let's hope they do it again in the future though. But here we go. Oil painting. Up here, many years ago. As you can see at the moment in the shot, bottom left, you've got the Ness. Here it is in the oil painting. So it certainly looks a little bit different style of boat. Here, it's another oil painting featuring the Ness from about here. Here you go. There we are, lovely. 2 in a day, 2 lovely oil paintings. Something a little bit different today, still Norman related though. And this is just like an experiment I was just playing about, but I thought I'd show you the result anyway. I found a picture of Norman in Torquay in like the late 60s, early 70s. A couple of dolly birds with him sat on a wall. And I showed a picture and then I tried to animate it. So here's Norman in Torquay, down by the harbour, with some dolly birds, as I say. I thought, wouldn't it be fun to see if we could make him move? So I tried it, put it into the AI program. There we go. It's not perfect, of course. Girls move, he doesn't. That's because when we did it and he did move, it was quite clear it wasn't him. Anyway, there we go. So I managed to get the girls to come to life, okay? And I did actually manage to get Norman to come to life, but as soon as Norman moved, it stopped being Norman. Here's what it looks like now. And there it is in 1902. So we're looking down Station Road. You can see the station there in the end, in the distance. You can see Nick's restaurant, trade winds there across the road. But let's do some AI imagination. Let's bring people to life. And as it pans round, it decides itself, the computer, what this is supposed to look like. None of that's real. Oh, that's brilliant, isn't it? Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Well, that was a crazy bit of fun, wasn't it? All good. I like that AI thing. Gives you something to look at, something to play with, makes things move, brings them to life. Smash it. The first one's like a turtle. Moving around here somewhere. You can see the, what do you call it in the background? The captain's table or Venus. Anyway, here he is. So that's the first one. Let's move along to find the second. Well, I don't have to work this one out per se, because I remember it quite well. Over there in the corner, you had Donald Trump, of all people, crawling out of the ground like a mole. And about here, you had the Scream lady from the Scream painting. So here's the picture, as was. And here's the picture Barry's wife took, facing the other way, of the Scream lady. That's what started this little trip down memory lane. Right, so let's go and see something a bit further down. About here, you can see the Courtney in the background. Can't work out what it was from the small picture on my phone, but you'll see it big now. This one would have been about here. Big silver fish. Here you go. And along here, we had a horse. That's right, a horse. Here we go. So there we are. That's some photos from 2018 on the art trail.